Hey, what's up, guys? Today we are going to create a program that you click a button and it makes a sound and it tracks how many times you click that button. So these are all the imports we're going to use, so I'm going to close them, just get them out of my way. So, and ends JFrame, nothing new there. And we're going to have a couple variables. We're going to need a button and a label, a few integers, and a string. So we're gonna need a button, so J button button, J label label, and then we're gonna need these integers, counter 1, and that's gonna be equal to 0, and the counter basically, so when we click the button, the counter is gonna keep track of how many times we clicked it, and it's gonna say on the screen how many times. And then we're gonna need another one. I'm just gonna call it X because it's not. It doesn't really. It's just. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not really that important to give it a name. We don't need to know what it does, but. And now it's gonna equal to 0. And I'll explain what this X one does later on. And then we're gonna need a string, and I'm gonna call it S because again, it's not very important to know like what it's for. So now constructor. Alright, now we need to make our button, or we gotta do our layout first, so now our button, we'll put our button first and then our label right underneath the button. So button, alright, and the button's gonna say click for sound. And the sound is basically the error sound, I think, that you get. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that, but. Alright, now. Add button. Now we're gonna have a label that's gonna be empty at first, but when we click the button, it's gonna say how many times we've clicked it. So, label. Alright, and that's it for the objects, and then we just need to do make a new event class, and that's basically where all of our hard code, I guess, difficult code is going to go for this program. So event E equals new event, and then gotta give our button an action listener. E. Alright, perfect. Now, go down a couple, and then type in public class event implements action listener. Public void action performed action event E. There we go. Alright, so now we need to keep track of like how many times we've clicked the button, and we need to make the button make a sound. So to make the button make a sound, we have to type this in. Toolkit yeah, just toolkit, and then dot get default toolkit, and then dot beep. And what that does is it just makes a nice beeping sound that gets pretty annoying. So, and then we need to increment counter each time we click, because that way it'll let us keep track of how many times we've clicked. And then we're gonna make a string, and let's see, how am I gonna do this? Alright, first I'm gonna do alright. If x equals 0, which it does, we've initiated it to be 0 up here. Then we want our string s to equal time. And this, I mean, you don't even need this, but I just like to put it because I don't want it to say you've clicked the button 1 times. I want it to actually say you've clicked the button 1 time. It just makes it look better. And then else if x is equal to 1, s is equal to times. Alright. So we're done with that. And now put in label dot set text. You have clicked, and then space plus operator counter. That's gonna say how many times, and then we need to say either time or time. So put a plus, and then put a quote, 2 quotes, and put a space to create an artificial space between them. And then put a plus operator, and put s. Just like that. And we need to, after this, we need to set x equal to 1. Because once we've clicked 1 time, like when it first starts off, it's 0. So then it's going to say time. And then when we do it 1 time, it's going to say x is equal to 1. So every other time, it's going to say times. So find where that ends. Go here. Now, we're running a little low on time, so I'm just going to go pretty quick here through this part. Yeah, beeper. I think I'm gonna do, don't really know, I'll do 150, 50 or something like that. Alright, and then set visible true, and set title beeper. Alright. Alright, height was not enough. The size was really bad, so I'm gonna do 300, 200, just show it all. Alright. Alright, now it says click for sound. And we click it. I don't know, you probably can't hear it, but my microphone didn't pick it up, but it made a little annoying sound, and it said, oh, here, let me restart it. Alright. The first time I click it, it says, you have clicked 1 time. The next time I click it, you have clicked 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it'll keep going up to 2.147 billion. So, if you don't understand any of the code, just leave a comment and I'll explain it more in depth, but I'm running low on time, so thanks for watching this one.